Are we live? I think we are live. Happy Sunday, folks. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to race day here at Long Beach. Well, I'm not here. I am in Toronto, but we're going to be covering the race today, and it's going to be, I'm really excited for it. Really excited for today. I think it's going to be a phenomenal race. Hopefully we do see a few safety cars and whatnot, but we are live. Okay, let's check if everything is working. We have all the streaming devices ready to go. Appreciate you guys for tuning in yesterday for qualifying. I had my biggest turnout. We had 750 of you, which was absolutely stunning. Okay, I'm just going to do a quick audio check. Okay, we are good. It works. All right. Cheeky Matthew McConaughey over there. All right, let me very quickly get it all sorted out. But yeah, how was qualifying? How did you find qualifying yesterday? What were your thoughts? What were your initial reactions? Add it in the chat. I thought it was a pretty good quali session. A few new twists. So we had, obviously, the Fast 6 format was a little bit different. This was a one-lap shootout for the Fast 6, which I think was pretty good because it just adds that level of jeopardy in there. And that, I think, was amazing to see. And yeah, Felix Rosenquist starting on pole today. Going to be a fantastic opportunity for Maya Shank Racing. I'm pretty pumped. I see people flowing in. Come on, guys. Let's use the chat. Introduce yourselves. Where are you from? We had folks yesterday. So yesterday qualifying was at 6:30 p.m. EST, Eastern Time. And we had folks from Netherlands, Sweden join in. It was insane. Absolutely insane. So appreciate every one of you who's, I don't know. Are you guys joining from Europe today? Any of you? I see like around how many? We got 10 people now, I think, who are live. Yeah, where are you guys coming in from? Fill it in the chat. Chuck it in the chat. But yeah, yesterday was a fantastic qualifying session, as I mentioned. Here's the grid that we're going to have for today's race. But when we actually do the live stream of the race, we are going to use a different format. I will be resorting back to the format we used yesterday, which was this guy over here. We'll have the Indycar website, timing screens and stuff so you guys can follow along. It'll just be a lot easier because, yes, I know it's just good if you don't see enough of my face, right? So, but for now, just for the grid and stuff, we'll discuss a few key points from the race, for the race, and from qualifying yesterday. But do you know what? Let's add a bit of a poll. Let's start off with a quick Q&A. Let's start with a poll. What did where is it? Did you rate the qualifying session out of 10? Rate. Let's do that. Let's go with 1 to 5. Let's do 1 to 5, 6 to 8, and then let's do a 8 plus. There we go. Let's get some answers coming in, fellas. I think I'm going to say Uh, Probably like a. I'd give it like a 7 or so. You know, it was a good session. There was a lot of jeopardy in there, which was nice to see. But I think there wasn't enough. I don't know. I feel like people could have, like the drivers could have been a little bit more aggressive. I don't think we saw that level of aggression as we would have liked. Like Carl Kirkwood is the one that screams to mind straight away, because he was literally like dancing, and he was dancing on the edges of the car, right, and the walls and stuff, and it's a street course as well. So I would have definitely thought the drivers could have shown a bit more. Like Scott Dixon's lap in the Fast 6 was good, but you could just tell he was very conservative. Now, I don't know exactly why that was the case, but nonetheless, pretty decent, pretty solid. Yeah, I'd give it a good 7 out of 10. What do you guys think? We're chucking your votes. Let your votes come in. I see a couple of 6 to 8. Yeah, that's fair enough. 6 to 8. That's kind of where I am as well. And yeah, okay. I'll leave that up for a few minutes. Make sure to answer the poll, guys. And yeah, let's talk through the grid. Well, how about we go backwards? Let's start with the first. Well, so this is jumbled up. What do I mean by that? It's a combined qualifying grid, because Q1, as I mentioned, was 2 different groups. And then you have Q2, where the top 6 from each of the first 2 groups make it to the Fast 12. And then from Fast 12, you got to qualify in the top 6 to move on to Q3, which is the Fast 6. And then the Q1, 2 groups are combined based on their times respectively. So that's kind of how it works. But the starting grid for today's race, let's go from the back. All the way at the back is McLaren's Nolan Siegel. Kind of sad, not going to lie. Not ideal, I have to say. Nolan Siegel in that McLaren is definitely worth a lot. Like, he should be a fair bit ahead as well, right? Because he has a lot of pressure on him from Tony Kanaan and the McLaren group, saying, hey, we need results. Because look at his teammates. Christian Lundgaard is P11 and Pato Ward starts P2. There were flashes of speed. He has shown a little bit of flashes of speed, but nothing too crazy. So anyway, right at the back, I mean, Stingray Rob qualified ahead of him. And all the other rookies, Kyle Collette, Dennis Hauger, Mick Schumacher, all of them ahead of Nolan Siegel. So not ideal for him. P24 is Stingray Rob. Yes, for those of you who are new, Stingray is a name. Stingray Rob is going to start P24. Again, his teammate Renus VK is, P12 in the Junkos Hollinger Racing. And Stingray Rob, again, there's just so much pressure on these guys, right? You want to be able to perform at a level where at least you're beating your teammate at least once or twice. In this case, none of it's happening. So Stingray Rob, again, P24. Grosjean, P23. Pretty unfortunate. Had a pretty big hit in practice 2, I believe. And because of that, it sort of curtailed the rest of the running. And, once you have a big... Oh, hello. What's that? Helicopter. Interesting. Once you have a big hit in a practice session, it just becomes so much difficult to, progress. And yeah, you just you're tainted from that end, and it's pretty much damage control when you have a hit like that. Anyway, we'll see. P22, Santino Ferrucci. A bit disappointing, given how much pace he usually has. At least at the bare minimum, I would have thought he would have beaten his rookie teammate Kyle Collette, who's in P20. But, if the AJ Foyts it's a small team, not the quickest car, it takes time. So it's okay. We'll see. But yeah, at bare minimum, you should be beating your rookie teammate. Speaking of rookies, P21, 20, and 19 are 3 rookies. Mick Schumacher, Kyle Collette, and Dennis Hauger. Mick Schumacher, P21. Yeah, not too sure about that, to be fair. Still struggling to get into grips with. I think he's acquainted himself decently with road courses, because those are like tracks. But street circuits is where he's found it difficult, right? And if you're joining, we have 20 minutes to go until the countdown to green, right? So we have, this is again, I'm just showing you the starting grid, and then we will have this view for the race where we will have the timing screens and stuff. Can't show you footage, unfortunately, but I'll do my best to commentate over it. So 19 minutes to go. Okay, so yeah, Mick Schumacher P21 just needs a bit more time, I reckon. You know, he needs a little bit more. I think it's been a rude awakening for him, because in Arlington, once he came in after, I think in practice 2, Townsend Bell basically reacted to Mick Schumacher's radio, and Mick basically said, "Oh, it's so bumpy" or whatever, and then Townsend Bell just goes, "Yeah, mate, this ain't no Monaco, Mick." Right? So again, a bit of time, but hopefully, yeah, it'll be a good battle of the rookies. Speaking of another rookie, Kyle Collette, P20, beat his teammate Santino Ferrucci, showed some good pace. I actually thought he would have made it to fast 12 at one point, but I think he nearly missed out. P19, Dennis Hauger, the Norwegian Nightmare. Again, impressive from him overall, given where the other rookies are standing right now. And yeah, just seems to have a little bit of an edge over his teammate Romain Grosjean as well. So good from him overall. P18, Alex Rossi. I don't know. I'm not too sure about the ECRs, so the Ed Carpenter racing cars, purely because there are weekends where I thought, at least at the beginning of the year, they had something. They'd found something. But clearly, they are still searching for pace, for answers. So P18, let's see what he could do. It's a street circuit. It's going to be a little bit difficult, I'd imagine, to overtake. But hey, it's IndyCar at the end of the day. Things can happen. Then P17, Louis Foster. Louis Foster is Mick Schumacher's teammate. So RLL, Rahal Letterman Lanigan. So P21, P17, and P10 for the RLL cars. Louis Foster again, nothing crazy. He wasn't super fast, or he wasn't, it was just good pace shown, but not enough to go to the fast 12. P16, Christian Rasmussen, Alex Rossi's teammate. Again, I'm just a bit dumbfounded with where ECR's pace has gone. On ovals, they seem to have it, and Christian Rasmussen clearly has the pace on oval, but again, not too sure. Now we get into the top 15, and this is where there's a bit of jeopardy, and there's a few call-outs, actually. P15, Marcus Ericsson. Yeah, Andretti right now, if you look at them, his teammates, P4 and P7 in Kyle Kirkwood and Will Power, you expect a little bit better, right? But I'm not too sure what happened there, right? So it's been a tough weekend relatively for Marcus Ericsson. He's always been the third fastest Andretti car. So let's see how he performs today. Can he make a few places? He's had good starts this year, but in the race he's fallen backwards. So in Arlington, started on pole, finished P4. That's kind of been the story of the season so far. But again, you never know. Things could happen. Maybe a few cautions here and there. Yellow flags could do something. P14, Joseph Newgarden, another anomaly in a Penske where your teammate David Malukas is P5, Scott McLaughlin P8, P14 is not ideal. Joseph is just, apart from Phoenix, he's just been struggling a bit. P13 as well, Marcus Armstrong really. I thought he would have qualified slightly higher up, given where his teammate is obviously on pole position. But yeah, close to top 10. See what you can do from there. Rinus VeeKay, very impressive. Very impressive. He was super fast all the way through yesterday in quali. And with that Hunkers Hollinger car, I think he's done a great job in P12. When your other teammate is literally double the positions down in P24, yeah, you've done a good job, mate. Christian Lundgaard P11, a bit of a surprise as well, given Pardo is right up there. But you never know. You're close to top 10. Things could happen. Graham Rahal P10, another impressive qualifying session for him. I feel like he's got some very good momentum behind him. So I would love to see him convert this into a good, decent win. Not win, what am I saying? A good, decent result. If he stays in the top 10, that'd be a great result. Kiffin Simpson P9. I think he'd be very happy that he's finally got a decent result in qualifying, and hopefully he can convert this into a good result for the team. Because Chip Ganassi, you've got P3, P6, and P9. Scott McLaughlin P8 had a crash in P1. It was practice 1, but again he's there or thereabouts in the top 10. Things can happen. Similarly with Will Power, would have been in the top 6, but just in the last minute got pipped by, his veteran good friend. Oh, is he a good friend? I don't know. Scott Dixon. I think that was a very, checkered flag had fallen and Scott Dixon came through. He was the last car on track and he just pipped Will Power to enter the Fast 6. So pretty awesome stuff from Dixon and, even for Will Power, pretty decent job. That's a good starting position, no issues. But yeah, I think Andretti would be thinking right now, where's the pace gone? And then David Maluka is P5. I think I would have thought he had the pace for a top 3, but yeah, it wasn't meant to be. Carl Kirkwood P4. Again, where has the Andretti pace gone? That's the big question. But what's their race pace like? Yeah, that'll be a curious one to figure out. Alex Palou, P3. Made a very tiny error in the last hairpin where he locked up his front left and that costed him pole position pretty much. But nonetheless, top 3, good starting position. Pato Award, P2. Best of the McLarens. Look at that. McLaren P2 and McLaren P25. That's weird. Just a seat laid out. It's a bit odd. But Pato, good job from him. Nonetheless. And then obviously Felix Rosenqvist. The Fro Show. What a lap that was. He was absolutely on it. So pretty awesome stuff otherwise. And this, yeah, I think we've got a pretty good race on our hands now. Okay, we got a couple of comments. Mateo, man, what's up, mate? Jake, what's going on? Mateo says, I think Palou would have been P1 if it was not for the wheel lock. Palou and Kirkwood next to each other should be a great battle. And Jake at Jake2838. What's up, Jake? You guys are back now. Thank you so much. Agreeing Palou on warm tires are going to be fast. Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, as I just alluded earlier, Palou's lockup just before the last hairpin, on the last hairpin actually, that was it. That was the difference between him being P3 and, Felix being on pole. So, insane. Really enjoyed it though. Good battle. It's going to be a good battle. Yeah, you're right, Jake. Palou and Kirkwood side by side. Oh, mate, you look at it. Even like Rosenqvist, Pato, they used to be teammates at McLaren. You got Palou, Kirkwood, Malukas Dixon, Power, McLaughlin. The top 8. Hey, there's some good action over there. Then you have, I would say, I'd look out for Marcus Armstrong, Newgarden, Marcus Ericsson, Christian Rasmussen, another good, set of battles over there, good duels. Yeah, and then at the back, it's pretty standard. So, yeah, I think it's going to be pretty interesting. Okay, we got the results from the polls. How many? We got 7 votes. What are we saying? 70. Yeah, people seem to have enjoyed it. Nice. Yeah. I think it was, look at that, 71%, 6 to 8, and then 8 plus 29%. That's good. That's good. Now, if I were to actually rate Formula 1 qualifying sessions, I wonder what that would look like. Okay, I'm going to ask a crazy question on poll now. Hey, okay. Are you guys ready? This is going to be a pretty interesting poll. Let's see. Which racing... Let's have a look. Okay, a new poll question. Do let me know. Is IndyCar racing better than Formula 1 in 2026? Right now. Right now, what are we saying? It might be a no-brainer of a question, to be fair. Well, Matteo, what are you saying, mate? I think it will be interesting if the 3 Chip Ganassi cars can work together. They'll close enough to potentially... Yeah, I know, they are. I think if you have 3 of your cars in the top 10, strategy plays a big part. And Barry Wanzer, Alex Palou's strategist, is amazing. They are so good. If you remember St. Pete, how Alex Palou overcut his competition, right? Marcus Ericsson was P2, he overcut him, and then who started on pole? Was it McLaughlin? I think it was McLaughlin, yeah. He overcut both of them and just slid into P1 after his pit stop. So overcut, undercut strategies, those are great to keep in mind. Can teammates work together? Now, Pardo, can he get... No, he can't, because Christian Lundgaard's P11 and his other teammate is P25. Carl Kirkwood and Will Power, yeah, they might be able to, Philip. What's Philip saying? Least didn't have any races. Oh, yeah. Mate. I think that's a pretty... yeah, I think, speaking of that, in a different sort of direction, if I'm going to take it, they are thinking of taking Indycar to Japan. I read this, I think, earlier today, or was it yesterday? Indycar in Japan. I think that would be a fantastic idea. Think of Indycar racing, potentially Suzuka, but like Fuji, and what's the other one? There's so many amazing tracks in Japan. But then Brazil could happen, Mexico could happen. I think Mexico is unlikely right now, but then you have some others as well. So yeah, Japan would be amazing. I posted a couple of reels on my Instagram talking about IndyCar, and a few folks were like, oh, it'd be nice to see IndyCar at Silverstone. I think that would be insane if they can figure that out. Like, maybe have in the entire season, right now the only international race they have is here in Canada, in Toronto, but this year it's going to be in Markham. I just hope they can find a way to, get Japan done. I think that'd be pretty cool. If that's the case, I would happily go to Japan to watch IndyCar. I think that's just going to be fantastic. And NTT, IndyCar's primary sponsor, is Japanese. So, yeah. Jake says, years ago, they used to go to Motegi and Oval Track. Yeah, they did. Exactly. Yeah, I think given the rise of IndyCar, and I feel like, as the poll suggests, I'm letting it run for now, but we have 3 votes. 3 people have said that IndyCar racing is better than Formula 1 right now, and it is, because it's raw, it's spec series, right? It's bound to be. I just think because IndyCar is growing popular year over year, surely the IndyCar consortium can figure this out. Roger Penske in particular can be like, you know what, let's take this abroad. At least one race a year, completely international, like outside North America. Go to Japan. Imagine somewhere in Europe, just one race. Surely they have budget for it, or they can figure this out. Just one. I understand it's very tricky to do. That'd be cool though. Danica did win. IndyCar has raced in Japan before, and they have raced in Brazil, I believe. So it has been done before. It'd be lovely to see them again. We'll figure that out. We've got 6 minutes to go until the coverage begins, and all of this less talking and more action on track is what we're going to see shortly. Yeah, but this is going to be fantastic. I'm so pumped for it. Can Palou win it again? That's another question. I really think he can, but who's your money on? Who is your money on for today's race? Who wins it? Is it Felix? Can Felix actually make sure that he converts this into a win? Can Pato Ward in the McLaren get his first win? Can Alex Palou win his 3rd race of the season? Can Kirkwood come out of nowhere and win and extend his championship lead? Can David Malukas win his first ever race? And this is only the top 5 drivers. Like, imagine, look how much jeopardy there is in there. It's insane. And can Scott Dixon, P6, can Scott Dixon finally have an amazing weekend and get something done? So many huge storylines. Can Will Power get his first win for Andretti? Oh, look at that. And that's the beauty of IndyCar, isn't it? I'm so pumped. I'm so pumped. Okay, we've got a few minutes to go. Yeah, let's see what's going on, what's Twitter saying. We've got a few minutes there. Felix Rosenquist. Hey, good morning, guys. Adding some flavor to race day. If you guys have you guys been watching Willpower? Oh, sorry, Andretti's YouTube channel with Marcus Ericsson and Willpower, like commentating on, commentating on, like wildlife, like doing David Attenborough kind of stuff. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. Jake says, would like to see Pato hustle that McLaren to a win. Do you know what? I really think he could. I genuinely think today he actually can. Let's see. Love this place, Rossi says. Look at them having their time of their life. Hopefully they can convert this into a good result for Ed Carpenter. Would be pretty awesome to see. Kimi Antonelli waved the checkered flag today. Willpower being super happy. Look at that. Willpower just looks so happy at Andretti right now. It's so nice to see. New Garden. There it is. Felix Rosenquist. What a belter of a lap that was yesterday. Him and Kyle Kirkwood were the ones I would say who were literally on the ragged edge, right, of the cars. Awesome stuff. It's been 2 years since Felix Rosenquist took pole position, if I'm not mistaken. And 2 years ago, he took his pole position in Long Beach as well. So it's been exactly 2 years. How wild is that? Just flown by. Oh, yeah. City beat Arsenal, if you guys watch football. Oh my God, Max Verstappen. Oh, Jesus Christ, that was wild. Whew. Jimmy Johnson, that was pretty cool. Okay. Back to back. Wow. Zach Brown. Oh, Zach Brown's there. Okay. Yeah, I guess he doesn't have Formula 1 stuff happening. What time is the race? Alonso Blends. Hey, mate. How's it going? It's literally in 3 minutes, brother. So we're going to start. There you go. Any drivers outside the top 10? Mateo's question is, guys, any drivers outside the top 10 do you think can make a good run today? Good question. I really like that. Let's have a look at the grid real quick again. Outside the top 10, I would, think of the big boys, the big dogs, and the big teams. So Christian Lundgaard, P11, he would be one to keep an eye out on. So is Joseph Newgarden in P14 and Marcus Ericsson in P15. If I were to bet, them three have obviously a huge advantage being the teams that they are. And it would be nice to see if we could, potentially see some other folks, maybe Christian Rasmussen, Marcus Armstrong, Venus VK. Can he hold that position in P12 and could he finish there or thereabouts, or is he going to drop backwards? We don't know. So those are going to be pretty exciting now. They're doing the national anthem now. Philip says, "Yeah, mate, I'm in Canada, so my coverage on my iPad, I kid you not, I could show you this probably for a second. I'm going to watch it and it says live coverage will begin shortly. I don't... This is just here in Canada, mate. Like, I don't know why this is the case. I can't see any of that. So, yeah, crazy stuff. But, yeah, back to what I was discussing. Yeah, I think those are the ones, mate, Mateo. All the guys from 11 until P15, 16 are the ones who I think pretty good to watch out on. But yeah, the boys in the big teams, Ericsson, Newgarden, and Lundgaard would be the ones I'd keep my eye out on. And hey, if any rookies can come out and do their thing, I'm all for it. And usually the opening laps of any race, in any series, the opening few laps are the most exciting. The middle usually gets a little bit... depends if there is caution, yellow flags or not. I hope there is some level of caution in this race, obviously within the safe boundaries. Because last race we didn't have any at Barber. Arlington, did we have any? Did we have any caution in Arlington? I don't think so. Oh no, we did. I think we did. Yeah, we did. Okay. But yeah, like a little bit of caution... And just adds that jeopardy and, it gives you that opportunity for someone to come out and, get an unexpected result that results in a very nice... Yeah, it's just nice to see that and experience that. Imagine, like, as I mentioned, like you see Kiffin Simpson in P9 let's say he circles or gets a podium somehow. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, it'd be nice. Okay. Philip says, I'm listening on the radio. The IndyCar leaderboard said, yeah, nice, mate. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, IndyCar's side is pretty awesome. I'm not going to lie, I really, really like what they do over here with the IndyCar stuff. Their website is so nice, as I mentioned earlier. I think yesterday I made a comment that when you go to their cars, right? No results available yet. But yeah, but I want to follow the race. There you go. Oh, no, you guys can't see it. There you go. Yeah, we're going to keep this. So this is going to be awesome. This was just warm up earlier. So yeah, what I was saying with this, you can see everything over here. It's such a good... Why is my coverage not starting? Anyway, yeah, you can see the manufacturer, everything. And then when you click on the drivers, you can actually see, you know, the radio frequency that we discussed yesterday. We figured out. Then we have obviously the card, the livery they're racing in this weekend, in the particular weekend. So it's very nice. It's very, very nicely done from IndyCar side. And obviously you can see the track and checkered flag, and you know, you have the total lap. So in live stream, this is great because I can't show you the footage of the race for copyright reasons, right? But I could show you the screen, and then we can all just, like, you know, follow along and have a chat and just interact with you guys. So I think it's a very good job. Qualifying yesterday, we used this format. People seem to like it, even on the poll. But yeah, for some weird reason, the coverage is not starting on here, which is really, really annoying. So, let's see why. But we shall figure it out. Okay, Jake says coverage has started on Fox in the States. Mateo says watching on Fox here in Florida. Oh, thank you guys. Appreciate you. I'm still, as you guys are discussing that, I have my beautiful, I don't know, can you see my screen properly? Yeah, there you go. Coverage will begin shortly. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. TSN, mate. Come on. Just be quick with this stuff. What are you doing? Ugh. Anyway. We'll figure it out. This should start. Because it says it should be on from 5:15 onwards. But that has not been the case. Coverage will begin shortly. Just restarted the app. Anyway. Okay, let's end this poll. What do people say? 29% of you said no, that F1 racing is better than IndyCar. That is fascinating. If you have answered no, can you please list your reasons as to why no? Why do you think Formula 1 racing in 2026 is better than IndyCar racing? I'm very curious, because this is wild. I think, yeah, there was this whole debate, right? Like, overtaking wise, Stefano Domenicali basically said, an overtake's an overtake, doesn't matter how you got it. And on the contrary, even Landon Norris and stuff are saying, yeah, but it's like, I didn't even want to overtake, and it just happened. And then obviously I was a sitting duck once I overtook into a corner, reached the corner, finished the corner, exited the corner, and I had to, yeah. Oh, okay, there we go. There you go. My coverage has begun. Finally. Okay, championship standings. Kirkwood, Palou, Lundgaard, Malukas, Newgarden are your top 5 in the championship. I think that's going to be pretty exciting to see what that looks like after today. Kyle Kirkwood has 6 career race wins, of which 5 have been on street courses. Kyle Kirkwood. I'm excited. I'm getting pumped up. And if you guys know, something I really like to do in live streaming is have a beverage. Not alcohol, coffee. Love coffee. If you love coffee, check in the chat. Yeah, I'm a huge coffee guy. Love coffee. Doesn't matter what time of day. Yep. Approved. Okay, Carl Kirkwood. Career finishes at Long Beach. Oh, he's won twice, right? Hasn't he? 2023 he won, and 2025 he won. So, yeah, starting P4, he'll be in a good spot, I'd imagine, to convert that into another win. Oh, I'm so excited for the start. It's all about the start. We love a great start. Oh. Okay, Pato Award. We got Pato Award with Kevin Lee. Philip, you're saying just for the international field of Formula One, the tech is better. Oh, 100%. Even I think anyone in IndyCar says that as well, because it's very simple, right? When you view it, Formula One is a technological race. It's a technological championship. Technology, right? It's a constructors championship first and team championship. Sorry, the driver championship second. IndyCar is spec series. The only things you can change in an IndyCar are your dampers, in the sense that you can each team manufactures their own dampers. That's it, right? And then obviously wing angles and stuff. And that's the only thing you can change in IndyCar, which is why IndyCar becomes super competitive. Like, imagine Formula 2 on steroids. That's, I think, the best way to describe IndyCar. But it is so competitive. It is so hard. There's no power steering, right? Matteo says, I think for me, overall, the racing is great in Formula 1. It's everything outside of the racing that has made me turn to IndyCar more. IndyCar feels more accessible. Do you know what, mate? I agree with you there, Matteo. I actually had the opportunity to, go into the paddock last year in Abu Dhabi, 2025. And it was my first experience. And it was I felt like I had to dress up well, act a certain way. And it was just like, there's a lot of, it's a very exclusive environment, which becomes very tough to sort of fit in sometimes. And accessing it is not easy. IndyCar, on the other hand, the paddock and stuff is so open. Like, I could, as I mentioned yesterday, for those of you who are new, I did a podcast with James Hinchcliffe, which is on my YouTube channel, Decoding Wisdom. And there's another one that's coming out in a couple of days' time with Marcus Ericsson. For those of you who don't know who Marcus Ericsson is, that's Marcus Ericsson. And we recorded an episode. It's just being edited right now. But again, the foundations of me being able to access Marcus Ericsson, an ex-Formula 1 driver, in IndyCar was through the IndyCar paddock, right? That's how we initially got it done. So, awesome guy. In our podcast episode, we dive into, the differences between the IndyCar paddock and the Formula 1 paddock, why it is the way it is. But, I think a good point he raises, which you'll see in the podcast, is the way they've packaged Formula 1 to be an elite product. It's just the packaging of it. It is a very exclusive thing, right? So that's the glitz, the glamour, a lot of the commentators who work in Formula 1 don't even get to see the cars that are being raced, right? They watch it through the screen. Versus in an IndyCar, you can just walk up to the driver and be like, hey, how's it going, mate? Do you mind if I take if you can give me an autograph or a signature? It's all very accessible. But again, they're both at different products. So you have to keep that in mind. There's obviously pros and cons for each. Like IndyCar could easily jack up the exclusivity of IndyCar and then start racing worldwide. Like, that could be done. But I think Roger Penske said we want to be fan first and make it as accessible as possible. Okay, Jake says, for me, F1 is like a celebrity environment, glitzy and elite. IndyCar feels gritty and more honest. Yeah, and that's what Roger Penske said. He said he wants it to be as raw and authentic as it can be. And even then, like IndyCar, like a lot of these drivers in IndyCar make very, very good money. They're like multi-million-dollar deals, easy. It is very hard to get to IndyCar as well, right? It's not easy, shall we say. And obviously the racing, it's the racing is so insane. Oh my god, in IndyCar, like push to pass and all, you have all those things, and then not having power steering and hustling that thing at 190, 200 miles to what, 230 miles? They do 235, 240 miles in IndyCar, Indy 500 qualifying. Oh god. Okay, Matteo, gone to 3 F1 races and hated the pomp and circumstance of it all. Just give me a blanket on the grass and I'll watch the same. Oh my god, that's hilarious, Matteo. Yeah, it's not it's I think I read somewhere in 2022 in Italy at Monza, when it was pretty hot that weekend, they basically I think the line to get, like, to fill your water bottle was, I think, a 45-minute to an hour long line, because yeah, the circuit is not been renovated. It has been renovated to an extent, but like it's still traditionally like they had way too many people than it could actually house, right? They had those extra stands built up and stuff. So it is like you're seeing a lot more fandom coming in. And again, there's another argument that you speak to a average Formula One fan these days and they wouldn't really know Formula One from the racing angle. They'll know it from like the glitz, the environment, the exclusivity. It's something that you can never have, kind of a thing, versus the pure racing element of Formula One, right? Where these guys are like, fighter pilots doing speeds at unbelievable speeds, taking corners at speeds one could never imagine. Think of Cops Corner. Think of when Lewis and Max had that contact at Cops Corner in 2021, and Max had a 70G hit or whatever. Like that's insanity. And if you've driven a sim before with or without power steering, or if you've just done a roller coaster, and if you've been to Ferrari World in Abu Dhabi and you've done Formula Rosa, the world's fastest roller coaster, imagine that, but that they're driving at these speeds. Like, what even? It's the racing that's the product, not the environment, At least that's what I believe, and I'm sure that's what Matteo, Jake, you guys are alluding to as well. It's the racing, man. It's not the glitz and glamour. It's the cars, it's the drivers. Yes, I agree to that point, and it's the racing. Cars, drivers, teams, racing. Keep it at that. Do not go outside it of how exclusive it is. Like I've been to 2 Formula One races, both in Abu Dhabi. I was in Abu Dhabi 2021. Crazy. Yes. And I was in Abu Dhabi last year in 2025. Pretty fun as well. But again, fun in the sense of watching the cars on track, knowing from being such a motorsport enthusiast that I understand the racing. I love the racing element of it, So it is those kind of things that really make it important for me. And which is why I've started this channel, my social media and stuff, which is to really talk about the racing, the fun facts about the sports, IndyCar and Formula One, and not just talk about the glitz and glamour, right? Like, imagine me doing a reel about, the five liveries that were launched in Formula One but never raced. That's a pretty interesting thing. Rather than saying, oh, here are the 5 celebrities that made it to the Canadian Grand Prix. Like, come on, I couldn't care less. Like, it's phenomenal that they're coming in, but I don't care. Philip says, top of the hour schedule says race starts. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so coverage usually begins like 30 minutes prior to the actual green flag. And then there's a lot of commercials. That's one thing. Okay, I live in Canada. I do travel to the US quite a bit. Phenomenal place. But can I just say, wait, what happened here? Did it just stop? Why did Yeah, there you go. We're back. Why are there so many commercial breaks in North America? Please, can we just... Oh, like, I know if I think it's not Fox, Indycar's official streaming site or whatever. Is it IndyCar Plus? I don't know. Where IndyCar, if you use that, basically you're fine. There are no commercial breaks and stuff. But commercials are a real pain. I'm so sorry. I mean, in the FIFA World Cup coming up, I think there's going to be like a 25-minute like halftime show kind of a thing during every game. Like, what? Just oh, mate, it's wild. Philip says, from Wayne County Speedway to Maranello, I love it all. Mate, exactly. I love motorsports. That's the thing. It's the racing. It's motorsports is motorsports, right? I think. And yes, currently we live in an environment and in an age of personal branding and, marketing and stuff. So I think I understand why Formula One has done. And I think Formula One have done an amazing job with their product to make it so exclusive. So fair play to them. Obviously, we wouldn't want to, yeah. Yep. Cheers for clarifying, Philip. Ohio and Italy. Yep. Wayne County Speedway. Do you know what? I'm not going to lie. Last year I paid F1 $17 for a hot dog. And then Indycar $6. Yeah. Do you know what? Speaking of that, in my social media, if you guys have checked it out, I actually cover Formula One merch. I love Formula One merch. And I love like Formula One memorabilia and stuff. So let me show you, like, if you see the screen, like you see over here, right? Got the helmets and some memorabilia, some posters, some die casts and stuff. And some of these, like the way their prices have gone up, oh my God, to begin with. The IndyCar ones are obviously not the same quality as Spark or Mini Champs, but if you were to purchase Formula One merch, like hoodies, caps and stuff at a race, good luck, brother. Oh my God, the price is ridiculous. Ridiculous. So I agree with you, Matteo. Food, I think, well, my mate told me before my first race in Formula One, just bring your own like plastic water bottle, like do those things, just keep an empty one, because even buying a water bottle is like $6 or something. So I heard prices in Vegas were pretty insane last year and the year before. So that's it's pretty wild. But IndyCar, oh, sorry about that. Yeah, IndyCar is definitely a lot more accessible, cheaper, and that's the idea. It's to keep it more fan oriented than, yeah, making it super exclusive. So it's two different products. But again, at the end of the day, it's the racing that should not be compromised in any shape or form. So that for me is a huge, huge thing. It's a huge thing. And what's happening in Formula One right now with our 2026 regs, it's a bit of a tough one, isn't it? Pato Award this weekend pretty much said that, it's sad to see the state of Formula One right now. And Max Verstappen has said it. Lando Norris has said that they're not, huge fans of this kind of racing. George Russell is obviously happy because he has a fast car finally. Hamilton is liking these regulations. Hamilton, I think, is not liking the regulations so much. It's more so that the way the cars generate downforce is flipped again, right? Because you would want the ground effect cars were just not great. Now that it's more aerodynamic based, flipped upside down, it's back to like the pre-2022 era, right? So that's why I think Lewis is a big fan of these regs. And that Ferrari does look beautiful. I'll give you that. Okay, show me some track action. We got, I think, 11 minutes to the race, which should be pretty fun. So pumped up. They wanted $10 or $15 for an oil can Foster's cozy at F1 and Indy F1 15 years ago. Damn. Wow. Oil can Foster's cozy. I'm not too sure what that is. Is that Foster's the beer? Is that what I'm thinking? Probably not. Maybe yes. I don't know. Oh, they're going through the grid right now. It's going to be... There you go. We're about to start. Do a few hot laps. Yeah, this is gonna be good. Renus VK, man, P12. What a guy! What a guy! What a great driver it was from him yesterday. Oh yeah, Foster's beer. There you go. Cheers, mate. Thank you for clarifying. I haven't seen a Foster's can in a minute. It's a good point. Ah, gotcha, guys. Appreciate that. Thank you. Right, we've got the starting grid done. Cars are going to come out now shortly. This is going to be... yeah, I'm curious to see if Felix will be able to... yeah, if Felix will actually be able to keep the lead going into turn 1. Drivers, start your engines. It's go time. Ah, here we go. This is going to be fun. Do you guys have any favorite liveries on the grid? What is your favorite livery on the grid before we begin this race? Ooh. Oh, Trey, cool. The Green Day drummer is having a hot lap of Long Beach. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. That is awesome. I'd love to do one of them. Okay, here we go. Ah, it's about time. Finally. Oh God, I need some more coffee. Ooh. Jake, not Jake, sorry. Philip, have you got that Foster's can on here right now whilst watching the Indy? Jake says that open... yeah, I was going to say the same. That open AI car, let me show you folks. Alex Pillow's gone from the regular DHL that he uses and he has this open AI car that just blacked out. Just stunning. Nice to see open... this was done last year as well, but as I was saying, it's good to see open AI, be involved in this as well. I wonder if they're actually providing, some of their back-end infrastructure to Chip Ganassi. That'd be pretty cool if they are. Like, if they work together and stuff, that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, so this is the grid, guys. Rosenquist from Pardo Ward, Alex Pillow, Kirkwood, Malukas, Dixon, Power, McLaughlin, Simpson, Rahal, Lundgaard, VK, Armstrong, Newgarden, Ericsson, Rasmussen, Foster, Rossi, Hauger, Collette, Schumacher, Ferrucci, Grosjean, Stingray Rob, and Nolan Siegel. That is your grid for the Grand Prix of Long Beach 2026. They're just showing the track. I love how they use iRacing to walk through the track as well. Pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Oh, hot lap cars are coming into the pits now. That's weird. This close to the race? 75 degrees. Track temp is 121. And there they are. Cars are out. We're going to have a couple of reconnaissance laps. And we will be go, go, go. We'll be green, 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 green. Can David Malukas actually win his first race? Going to be interesting. Going to be fascinating to see this. Okay, let me... Oh. All right, here we go. Here we go. Scott Dixon. Oh. Scott Dixon's been very quiet this year so far. Very curious to see what Scott could do today. Starting P... Ooh, hello. There you go. Starting P6. Whew. All right. Time to lock in, guys. Time to lock in. Get your stretchers in. Whew. Okay. Kevin Simpson P9 as well. In that beautiful Sunoco livery. Lovely, lovely car. I have to say. Looks awesome. Looks absolutely stunning, this car. Kevin Simpson's only 21. Did you know that? A lot of these youngsters, you wonder, what am I doing with my life sometimes, isn't it? Oh my god. Okay. Are you guys ready? What's your... Do you guys have a pre-race ritual when you have like those nerves just before a race is about to start? I just like to stretch out and, you know, just waffle on for a bit. Just keep talking until I'm told to shut up when my mates are around. Because, yeah, the anticipation, the build, the excitement. Whew. Going to 90 laps as well. Imagine being 90 laps in that car. Oof. Mate. That must be... Imagine when it gets hot as well. Oh my... No power steering, so you're fighting that thing. Oh my god. Kyle Kirkwood, Alex Pillow, guys. That's the one. James Hinchcliffe is just talking about it right now. Kyle Kirkwood is championship leader. And Alex Pillow is P2. Here we go. Here we go. Are we pretty much almost good to go? Or just one more lap? We're going to do one more. Wait, who's starting on soft and hards? Okay, here we go. Cars are going to bunch up now. Are they going to bunch up now? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Whoo! Oh, it's green. Oh my god, that's a very crazy start. Oh my god. Willpower. Pardo's going to go on the inside, is he? No. Outside. Sorry. David Malukas keeps it. Okay, everything is as is. Willpower, carry complete. They're back. They've caught up. Jesus Christ. Oh my word. Oh my god. Okay. Power and Lot have caught up. There was such a big gap between. Why was there such a big gap between? He just lost it a little bit behind Dixon. But then Willpower's on Scott Dixon's tail straight away. Oh my god. No crazy action just yet. So far so good. Everyone's been pretty well behaved. Okay. No changes. No changes. That is so weird. That was such a bizarre start from Willpower and Scott Dixon. And then how quickly... Oh! Teammate on teammate. Rasmussen and Rossi. Oh, Alex Pillow! Down the inside on Pardo Award. He's got it. He's got a P2 for Alex Pillow. Wow. And Felix has developed a very decent gap. Well, not decent, but like just 1 second. Close to a second. Oh my god, Alex Pillow. Absolute. Jeez. What a beast. Okay, Pardo Ward has Kirkwood behind him. Rosenquist, Pardo Ward. Well, yeah, look at that replay of the start they're showing now. What happened there? Just 5 cars and then... No, 6 cars and then... From 7th onwards, there was like a 50-meter gap. That's so weird. Oh, here we go. Renus VK on Christian Lundgaard. But Alex Pillow's move on Pardo Ward. Great time to do it. Very, very important to make up these positions early on in the race, because then your strategy for what needs to be done can be dictated on that. Okay, so we've got nearly a second gap between Felix Rosenqvist and Alex Palou in P2. No other crazy moves. Marcus Ericsson has lost a position in the Andretti to Christian Rasmussen. P15-16, there you go. Okay, Felix on board. That's a very nice on board. I like the Acura branding on the rear wings. I don't know why. It reminds me of, I think Verstappen used it in the in the 2021 race in Austin, Texas. So the top four are on the reds, and the rest are on the blacks, apart from Renus VK. So it's going to be a 3-stop race strategy, most likely. And this is another thing about IndyCar, which I love. There's a good number of pit stops. It's not just your standard, like, you know, some F1 races are just one-stoppers. But again, sometimes those one-stoppers become fun because of tire management and all those things that come into play. So yin and yang, there's a bit of both. Okay, Pato Ward is still behind Alex Palou. 8/10 the gap between them, give or take. Okay, but no, insane. They're so well behaved, these guys. It's very creditable to them. Felix Rosenqvist, though. Oh, there was a bit of a contact. Oh, Rasmussen got behind, went into the back of Marcus Ericsson. Oh my god, there was a bit of a bumper car fest between Ericsson, Rasmussen, and Rossi. And I think... Oh my word. Marcus Ericsson is going the other way. Oh boy. Rasmussen's 15th, Rossi 16, Marcus Ericsson's P17. The Andretti, that Andretti's just falling backwards. So 90 laps, so you would have your first pit stop around lap 25. And then 2025, that kind of range. Then you would have it at around the lap 50. And then one around the lap 70 mark. So that would be the 3 pitting windows, I would imagine. Okay, Joseph Newgarden on board. Okay. What are your thoughts right now, guys? What do you think? What do you reckon? Okay, so Rosenqvist, the longer he can keep this going. But Palou's just there. He's not letting it go over a second and a half. Oh boy. He's doing a good job. Really good job. Is Palou... Here's a good point of discussion. Do we think Palou should be slightly closer to Felix Rosenqvist, or is he biding time right now? That is a very interesting thing to discuss. Because you want to go as long as you can on the stint, right? Oh, commercial breaks, really? Please, no commercials, mate. Come on. Oh. Okay, commercial breaks. Let's look at the comments now. Matteo. I think he's biding time. He's an expert. Yeah, Do you know what? I think that as well, to be fair. Because he made his move, now he just needs to race clean. Correct. Yep, I'm with you there, mate. With you there for sure. He has been so clinical, right? I think apart from that mistake in Phoenix where he wasn't aware that Renus VK was on his outside, and then they kind of just had that crash. Polo's been very good with that. But yeah, I think getting that jump on Pato Award was so critical. So critical. Because all of a sudden now, of course he was in racing contention already, but now he's really in that hot seat of, could he potentially overcut Felix Rosenquist? Or would he potentially undercut Rosenquist? You never know. So it's those kind of things that are going to be very, very critical right now to think. It's only lap 8 right now, so too early to call it. But they're going to race probably another 12 laps or so before the pit window opens up. But Felix Rosenquist, 1.4 second lead. Surprising. He has been able to keep it. Okay. Who else? Where's Malukas? Malukas P5. Dixon 6 power set. Like, no one's moved. The only person who's lost places, like, all the way down, it's this. Grosjean's dropped a couple of positions. Right. Grosjean's lost a couple of positions. One position. Stingray Rob has gained a position. The rest are pretty much the same. Marcus Ericsson has lost 2 positions. That's it. Oh. Wait, who's pit? Renus VK's pitting now. Ooh. Again, I can't watch this on telly because I'm seeing commercial breaks. But Renus VK is pitting on lap 9. Ooh, fascinating. Okay. Interesting. Anyone else from the Andretti's? Nope. Renus VK, fascinating. Okay, let's see. Lap 9. Well, he had the soft tires on, right? So that's why. Could this be a good gamble for later on? Okay. Other than that, pretty well behaved. Yeah. That's crazy. So clean. Where's Nolan Siegel? Nolan Siegel's still plumb last. Okay. Serena's VK is definitely doing a 3-stopper, is what James Hinchcliffe is saying. Santino Ferrucci just overtaken Mick Schumacher. Felix Rosenquist doesn't have a drive for next year. Interesting. Oh, Felix Rosenquist is 34. Wow. Oof. All right. Big year for Rosenquist then. He's going to become a dad. It's a contract year for him as well. Wow. He's got a bit of understeer, Felix Rosenquist, but he's done a good job. 1.5 second gap. Is anyone else coming in right now? No. Oh, yeah. No. Rasmussen's in the pits. Is it? Yeah. Okay. Rasmussen's coming in as well. Fair play. So another person who's gone into 3-stopper. So for Marcus Ericsson, who's just got the best, well, someone like Marcus Ericsson, he has to make a 2-stopper work, potentially, to finish as ahead as possible. But can he? He was a tire whisperer to an extent in Formula 1. Not a lot of people knew about it because he was in Sauber, but he knows how to manage his tires really well. And obviously, he won the Indy 500. Well, he's been in the top 2, top 3 multiple times, right? In Indy 500 and also won. That you need time management. So let's see. Lap 11. 12 now. Oh, Newgarden's looking on Lundgaard. Okay. Newgarden's in the pits now. So my... Okay, lap 12. This... He was on hard tires, though. That makes... weird. So VK thinks it's a red race. Newgarden thinks it's a black tire race. What? Good pit stop. Very good pit stop. Wow. That was fast. That was really fast. 5.8 seconds. Stingray Rob's pit stop is 8 seconds long. Wow. Aggressive. Aggressive for Newgarden. Good. Now, okay. Let's do it. Righto. Let's see. G'day, mate. Oh, mate. Eon? Eon? What's up, man? How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Good to see you all back. Some familiar faces from yesterday. Thank you so much for joining back. We are in lap 13 of 90. And Felix Rosenquist, Ian, you must be pretty happy. Still got the lead, mate. He's still going. 1.5 second lead. But Marcus Ericsson, the other Swede, is... Yeah, he's fallen back a bit, eh? He lost 2 positions in the first few laps. Oh, those onboard cameras are so nice. Okay. He's doing a lot of fuel saving. Okay. Fascinating. Fascinating. Yeah, right. Here we go. What are the lap times? Best lap time 110, 109.9, 110, 110.2. Ian says, good, was watching Fox for the first 10. Nice, mate. Nice, yeah. Yeah, it's good. Very clean. Very clean. I think the only contact we've seen a little bit now is when Christian Rasmussen literally like rear-toed Marcus Ericsson at the hairpin, and Alex Rossi kind of just tapped Marcus Ericsson as well. Other than that, nothing crazy. Joseph Newgarden has such clear track. So much clear track ahead. Awesome to see Felix in the pole position, leading as well still. Doing a great job. And we're back at commercial. Come on, really? This is so frustrating, guys. It should be banned. Commercial? No, it obviously can't be banned. It's just frustrating. Okay, Ian says, Marcus is sliding backwards. Fro's doing great. Can't wait for the pit stop. I'm sure Pelot, yep, will take the lead. Yep, that's probably it. I think, do you know what, Ian, mate, with Marcus Ericsson and Felix Rosenquist and stuff, in Sweden, what's the fan base like? Is there a huge support for like Marcus Ericsson or Felix Rosenquist? Like, what's the deal when it comes to motorsport drivers being like famous people or celebrities in Sweden? Like, is Marcus Ericsson a big thing in Sweden? Is Felix Rosenquist a big thing in Sweden? Is Arvid Lindblad anything in Sweden? Obviously, I know he has Swedish connections. His dad is Swedish, Arvid Lindblad, the Formula One driver. Curious to hear if how they are viewed in Sweden, you know? Would love to hear what you think on that, Ian. Because obviously, Jake says Fro's looking fast at the moment. He's looking very good. I'm not going to lie. I think the longer he can extend this first stint, it's going to cause that dent. And look at that overtake as well, right? Obviously, he's just used like 1 second of overtake. That's it. Versus Pelot's used a little bit. Kirkwood still has a lot. And because it's Kirkwood, it's Pato. This column over here, this last overtake column, guys, is going to be so critical. Not now. Once we get to the end, right? Because look at that. Some folks like Rinus VK have used a decent amount already. Marcus Ericsson is 165. So all these guys are using overtake a little bit. But this is going to be critical because when we saw in if we saw Barber where David Malukas was hunting down Graham Rahal, that was insane, right? That was so crazy because Graham Rahal actually ran out of overtake, push to pass. So pretty crazy. Okay. Mateo says, I wonder if Scott Dixon will get cheeky with his strategy as always. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping to see a Scott Dixon masterclass to an extent. It'd be pretty cool to see. So yeah, pretty pumped up to see if that's, if it's possible, if it can be done. Malukas as well. Curious to see what his strategy is going to be. Will Power as well, putting in pretty good lap times. Again, all of them are right there. I would not be surprised. Okay, we are back. We have Carl Kirkwood right now on board. That's being shown. Oh, that's so cool. You can see the MFD, the multifunction display on the steering wheel. So cool. Ian, we root for both, but most don't follow any motorsports at all. We like Lindblad as well. If any driver has a Swedish dentist, we would root for him. Oh my god, that's crazy. No, that's good to hear, mate. That's good to hear. Yeah, I think when I spoke to Marcus, he mentioned like motorsports are still growing in Sweden, and obviously being the winters are long, right? So it's more winter sports dominated. Fair enough. And you said World Rally Championship is quite big here, and Oliver Solberg is huge and a lovely guy with an amazing rookie season. Okay, yeah, WRC rally is crazy. That's a whole different level of driving skill and stuff required to do that. And yeah, Oliver Solberg, I followed a little bit of WRC, but not too much. So okay, I'll have a look. Appreciate you, Ian. Okay, lap 18. We're not seeing any crazy action. Very clean again. This year, the drivers are pretty well behaved. I don't want to jinx it, but fair play. Good on them. We obviously saw a couple of hits here and there, but the races have been relatively clean. Okay, like Barber had no yellow flags, no caution. Felix Rosenquist still has a 1.5 second gap. Pelot and O'Ward have a gap deficit between them as well. Of again 1.5 seconds as well. Felix Rosenquist's lap times are pretty consistent within that 109.8 to 110s. So he's doing pretty well as well. 1, 2, 3, all within 1.5 seconds. And even the gap between O'Ward and Kirkwood is it 2.5 seconds? I think it is. Wow. Alex Pelot, the surgeon. What could Ericsson do here? That's what I'm thinking about. How does he make it ahead? For Ericsson, I think a top 10 finish would be a great result given what's happened this weekend. Okay, Alex Rossi's overtaken Marcus Armstrong. Armstrong drops to P13. Rossi goes up to P12. Right. Felix Rosenquist still in the lead. Great job from Felix. We're getting towards a third of the race done. And Felix Rosenquist is doing his thing. And here's the thing, when he's able to really keep that gap, you know, he's kept Alex Palou at wave's length. He's done a good job with it. Really good job. Ian says the only time Michael Schumacher has been scared in a car was when he went as co-pilot on stage in the Swedish rally. F1 is about grip. Rally has no grip. Yeah, zero grip. Yeah, that's true. When I see some of the WRC racing stuff, I know Kimi Raikkonen went and did that for a while when he did his Formula One sabbatical, I think in 2011. He did NASCAR, he did rally. It was crazy, and then he came back. Pretty insane. Then you're saying top 10 for Ericsson would be useful and fantastic, just what the doctor ordered. Yeah, mate, absolutely. I just don't know if he will be able to, because currently he's P14, and that's because some guys ahead of him have pitted, which means he's actually net P16, I would say. So it's not ideal. Oh my god, another commercial. Really? Oh, Jake, I see your comment as well. Yeah, another commercial. Come on, really? Let's just use this commercial to caffeine up, guys. Found this new cafe over here. Stunning coffee. Great coffee. Really nice. Oh, these commercial breaks, for God's sake. Like, really? Well, I don't want to see tire adverts. I want to watch the racing. It is what it is. If anything happens, I guess the leaderboard on screen will change. Eon says a car in the wall and anything can happen. Yeah, no, 100%, mate. Like, again, we are not even a third of the race. Not even a third of the race is done. So, legit anything could happen. It's a long way to go. It's a street circuit. You know, things could happen in the pits. We know how crazy IndyCar pits can be. But I don't want it to be a snooze fest, right? Just for entertainment purposes. But no, credit to these drivers for how clean they've been throughout this year. Like, I haven't seen a lot of recklessness, which is interesting. Okay, so something happened? No. Still the same. Why is overtaking so difficult? I'm curious. Or is everyone just, settling in? That's usually what happens. Everyone settles in, and then once we get to the first round of pit stops, we start seeing some action, and then it stays pretty stagnant for a couple of laps, and then things start to build. And Felix Rosenquist was pretty close to that wall. And then obviously we have like the tires. Some of them are on the hards, some of them on the softs. People on the softs would be a little bit, obviously the tires, I would imagine they would they'll start to deteriorate pretty quickly very soon. Yeah, Johan, there you go. You said it, mate. The red tires will start to go bad pretty soon. Correct. You are right, mate. And that's exactly what I was just saying. Like guys like how long can Felix Rosenquist, Palou, O'Ward, and Kirkwood, the guys on the softs, how long can they take this? That's going to be an interesting thing to see. No one else is making, no big moves at all. Let's look at the passes. So we've had Alex Rossi with 4. And that's it. 4 passes in 24 laps. That is, not a lot, eh? It's pretty crazy. Where's Newgarden? Joseph Newgarden right now. They're showing his on board. P20. Okay, so he's just had a pit stop. So, was it 6 drivers have pitted already. And the top 19 drivers are yet to have their first pit stop. How many of them could make this into a 2-stopper? That's going to be an interesting thing. That's a very hard thing to pull off, though. Joseph Newgarden. Oh my word, he's really getting close to it. Eon says lap 30, hopefully. Yeah, we're getting very close now. We're going to see the pit wall's going to get pretty busy pretty quickly, and the pit lane as well. So this is going to be fascinating. Top 4 on the soft tires. Newgarden also chucked on the softs, which is very interesting because he started on the hards. Rinus VK started on the hards as well. Oh no, Rinus VK started on the softs. My bad. Did he? Wait. Forgot. Okay. Look how much clear air Joseph has. That's so cool. So cool because it's so important. Just for raw pace purposes. And this is that's what I love about IndyCar. Which driver is going to pull off a strategy blinder? Crazy. Okay, check your mirrors. IndyCar wins, top IndyCar wins of all time. Team Penske, 247 wins. Chip Ganassi has 147 wins. Meyershank Racing has 1 win. That's insane. That's going to be crazy. Jan says, it's not a track with loads of passing, so I think pit stops and crashes are pretty much of it. Yeah, when I did my pre-race preview and predictions, that's kind of what I had a look at as well, that this track is very qualifying heavy because where you qualify really dictates. Well, this coffee's not working, guys. Or there's just the race is just getting a little bit but no, to your point, Jan, yeah, it's very qualifying. There's a lot of emphasis on qualifying. Like the way you qualify dictates most likely where you're going to end up. And in this case, obviously, it is Felix Rosenqvist. This is one of his best opportunities to win this year and give Meyershank their second ever win. But Alex Palou's right behind him, 2.2 second gap now, so he's really built it. David Maluka still P5. So this is where it becomes very critical for you not to get overtaken. And the only person who's been overtaken the most is Marcus Ericsson right now. But again, you never know. All the pit stops, as I said, Oh, Joseph's tapped the wall. Not hit, tapped. Yeah. So let's have our fingers crossed for maybe a caution or something. That'll just add that layer of uncertainty and, just spike everyone's heart rates for a bit. But no, you have to give them credit, like how clean and stuff these good drivers are. Lap over lap over lap. They just doing such a stunning job and makes my job a little bit harder, given I have to speak to you all for the entirety of the race. But when there's nothing crazy happening, it's just a bit of a it's not easy to keep coming up with topics and stuff, right? To discuss, and even strategies, like what else could you do? How does Felix, well, I hope in this case that he's doing wet weather. Wow, this coffee's really not working. Oh, finally we got Scott Dixon. They were showing Newgarden for like the last 10 minutes. He's still beyond Malukas. And the gap between them... Fascinating. 0.8. 8 tenths. You know what? I respect you guys. I really respect you guys for all of you who are in Europe to be up this late. Fair play. I guess us in North America, in the States and Canada, we have to be up for some of the Formula One races, which are out in the East, right? So I remember Japan. I had to be up at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. kind of a thing. So it's good to, yeah, it's good to have North American timings as well. But no, I respect a lot of people who love motorsports and are committed, dedicated to it. Jan, Malukas, Dixon, and Power are the only ones that don't have 1.2 second gap. Yeah, I know exactly, mate. Well, Dixon is almost a second away from Malukas, and then Will Power is a second away from Dixon. So give or take, yeah. But Rosenquist, Palou, there you go. Palou's attacking now. The gap is less than a second on screen at least, but I don't know why it's showing 1.2 seconds on the screen. But he is close now. This is it. This is where, here we go. Now we've got something. Boy's back now. Here we go. Oh wow, he's gonna dive into the pits now. No, he's going. He's gonna keep going for another. The team was there. The team was out. Oh no, the team's out for Carl Kirkwood. Kirkwood is P4 right now. Okay. Fascinating. Here we go. This is going to be... Yep. Palou's just behind. That gap is really reduced. Here we go. 7 tenths now. 7 tenths between the two. Palou and Felix. I think Felix is going to try and undercut. He has to. Otherwise, he's going to catch him up in probably a lap or two. But look at Alex Palou, man. How much overtake is he using? He's used just a little bit. Felix has still got a lot of overtakes, so he hasn't really used any. But so this pace from Alex... Oh, wow, they're sliding. Jesus Christ. Okay. Felix's tires are pretty much cooked now. You can tell. And we are a third of the race through. That's good. I think he should pit now. Pardo Ward's just pitted. If Pardo Ward's just pitted, which means Felix Rosenquist has gone, is not pitting right now. He's going to go. Yeah, he's going again. Okay. Cool. How long can they extend? This is fascinating now. A second. Okay, Felix has found... Okay, he's used a little bit of overtake. You can see it was 199. Now it's 192. Pardo Ward comes in. This is where it's getting busy now. Here we go. Pardo comes in. Who else is pitting? Pardo Ward, Graham Rahal, Alex Rossi, Kyle Collette, Louis Foster, Dennis Hauger, all in the pits. The window's open. Pardo Ward, 8.4 seconds. Who was the one who did 5.8 seconds earlier? That was so fast. Joseph Newgarden, wasn't it? Okay, 31 laps on those reds for the leaders. Yeah, great job. Okay, Felix has come in. Is he? I think they both... Oh my god, they both are going to come in. Yes, they both are coming in. Oh my god. Okay, the telecast is delayed by... Oh my god, all top five come in now. Oh, here we go. This is where it becomes so cool. Okay, here we go. I'm not going to watch my screen that you see. I want to see the track action. So Rosenquist and Palou, who comes ahead? Who stays in front of the other? Okay. Rosenquist comes in for the stop. How many seconds are we talking? It has to be a 6-second stop. 6 seconds. Come on, baby. Yes. 8 seconds. That's fine. Carl Kirkwood. Oh, Kirkwood. 8.1. Okay. Alex Palou refueled. Off he goes. Oh, Felix Rosenquist has got him. Whoa. Alex Palou had a cracking pit stop, though. Okay. Yes, Ian, you said it, mate. You said it. There you go. Okay. So, still no crazy changes, but Will Power is leading the race. If you don't know, mate, I used to live in Australia, so got a bit of a soft spot for Will Power, and then the beautiful black and yellow TWG AI Andretti. Love it. We absolutely love it. Okay, so but he's gonna pit now anyway. Let's see where he comes out though. Oh yeah, there you go. He's pitted. Will Power's pitted now. Everyone's gone on the softs though, isn't it? Look at that. Jeez. Okay. Jake, did anyone see if they put on softs or hards? You mean the leaders? They both put on softs, mate. So they have to stop again. So chances are the second stop is going to be the hard tire stint, right? So I think they could be thinking for a two stopper if possible. And then the next stop they just chuck the hards on and off they go. So that's what's going to happen most likely with the guys who've stopped in and around lap 30, 31 kind of a thing. And then lap 60s when they'll probably come back in. Given the softs can, sort of hold on. Wait a second. Where's Marcus Ericsson and stuff? Hold on. Ericsson's P24. What? What happened there? How is he P24? He started P15, dropped a couple of positions, but after this pit cycle is P24. And he's only had one pit stop. And we are back to commercials. Thank you. Good God. Jesus. Yeah, no. What? Pardo Watt to P6. Kirkwood and Malukas have jumped him. Dang. That is not what you want, mate. Mateo, yeah, mate. Pardo, not ideal for Pardo. How? How's this happened? Joseph Newgarden's leading. Okay, can the commercial... Can they please just... Oh my God, we are back. Okay, no, not quite. Marcus Ericsson and... Why is Marcus Ericsson fighting with Mick Schumacher? I'm so confused. What? Okay, hold up. Why is my commentary gone now? Wait. Jan says, we don't need Grosjean on the wall now. Nah. Yeah, not now, mate. Not now. But, okay, can someone explain to me how is Marcus Ericsson dropped to P23? Did I miss something? How have all these guys over here jumped Marcus Ericsson? Did he have a horrific pit stop? That would be the only explanation. If that's the case, Andretti... Jan, mate, I don't know. That's what I'm asking. How long was Ericsson's pit? It has to have been It has to have gone wrong. There's no other way. What? Oh my God, Joseph Newgarden leading the race. Oh, this is a great strategy pull off from Joseph's team. Okay, so Newgarden, they're saying that he's pretty much going to be putting in quali laps from now until the end. Oh my God, the whole race in quali laps for Joseph Newgarden. That's nuts. Because he pitted lap 11. Right? Lap 11 is when he pitted. Ooh, it's a big... Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jan is saying Andretti seems to sabotage Marcus' strategy and pit stops. I'm not going to lie, mate. Okay, Jan, mate. It's not the... Oh... Okay, Jan. Oh, that's what happened. Okay, Jan, it's not the pit stops, mate. He's having electrical issues, Marcus Ericsson. His hybrid, if you're watching his onboard, his hybrid is stuck at 25. It's not going above 25. Yeah. I think he might retire. The hybrid's just gone for Marcus Ericsson. Oh. Joseph Newgarden's coming in for a second stop. Okay. Newgarden comes in. Matteo, you're saying Joseph is on two-stop strategy. Needs to get plus 30 seconds to make this work. Yeah, he does. He's in the pits now. So this is going to be his second. What's he going to put on, though? Let's see. So he's just going to gun it. Again, softs. Oh my god. So it's a three-stopper for him. Has to be. How would it be a two-stopper if he's on softs again? Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, it's a three-stopper for Newgarden then. For Marcus Ericsson, I think he should retire, if I'll be honest with you. I don't know. I might be thinking, oh, Newgarden and Armstrong. Oh, that was close. Sticker Soft's brand new. Yeah, he's definitely on a three-stopper. Jan, mate, it's so sad for Marcus, mate. So sad. I don't know if his hybrid is actually going to work properly. It's not going charging above 25%. So he's just going to lose time like crazy. Electrical issues are not what you want, but... Oh, not commercial again. Oh. You know that new... Yeah. Oh, scroll up. Sorry, Jan. My bad, mate. Thank you. Matteo says, yeah, surprised me. I thought he was going on two-stop. Yeah, like, if that was the case, he would have gone on to the hard tires right now. But then, even then, like, 50 laps is still a huge ask on hard tires still, right? So, could be done, could be possible, but I think he needs to definitely make sure that he's... oh, I've just lost my charger, and my screen's just gone. Yeah, he would definitely need to... Yeah, he's pretty much going on hard. He's got to go hard all the way. Hard as in, like, it's just... Oh, he's sliding. Oh, this is a better commercial break where you can see a little bit of footage of the screen on the left-hand side. And then you have all your ads on the right-hand side. That's a little better. Jan, sorry, mate. Yep, I'm with you, mate. I just got carried away. My charger just fell, so give me 1 second, guys. Let me just get my charger. There we go. All right. Okay. Jan saying they need to drive 2 sets of soft on all street circuits. Yep, that's the rule. That's true. So that just, yeah, they did that because they want to add more jeopardy, especially where on street circuits where it becomes a little bit difficult to overtake, right, on track. So I kind of get it. Fair play. Good on them for doing that. But yeah, lap 40 of 50, and we have our top three, Rosenquist, Palou, and Kirkwood. No crazy changes. Kirkwood, albeit started P4, he's currently P3. Maluka started P5, currently P4. Pardo Ward is kind of on the receiving end, started P2, currently P5. So those are your top 5, and the rest are pretty much up until, I would say, yeah, everyone's kind of thereabouts. The big one is, for those of you just joining, the only one I would say who's had a bit of an issue is Marcus Ericsson, having some electrical issues. He's in pits right now. I think, I don't know, but yeah, he's probably going to retire because, yeah, the hybrid system just, there's a bit of an issue there. He pretty much just stopped on track earlier. And I think he is going to just, I think it's better for him to retire. Not the best weekend, but then Kyle Kirkwood also reported to have some issues earlier with in the warm-up as well. So, yeah, a weekend to forget for Marcus Ericsson, but, you know, May's coming up. He loves ovals. He loves the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So let's see what he could do. So, yeah. You know, it'll be pretty much damage limitation. Okay, we are back on track. Joseph Newgarden is chasing down Marcus Armstrong. Oh, he's sliding away. Oh my god. So this is currently P13 and P14 right now. Oh my good god. And he's still there, still behind him. 118 seconds left. 115 now overtake. Armstrong's got 103 in this beautiful Remax livery. Would love if they could produce a model for this livery. Okay. Oh, he's literally on him. He's on him now. I think he's going to lunge. He might make a little bit too far. No, he might. Oh, he's gone down the inside. Wow. Kind of saw it coming. Great move. Good move past Newgarden. For Newgarden past Marcus Armstrong. Marcus Armstrong's right there. Right on his tail. Fresher tires for Newgarden though. That was a great move. Awesome. Oh, look at that brake dust. Just oof. Maybe you can hear my commentary. My headphones don't seem to be working that well, are they? Yeah, Newgarden's just going to get on. Okay, pit crew spotlight. Yeah, this is a nice thing they've been doing with IndyCar. Like, they go and they speak to pit crews. And it's crazy because a lot of these pit crew members are ex-athletes, like NFL players or and whatnot, which I think is very cool. It's awesome to see. I think they interviewed Kyle Kirkwood's fueler last weekend, or like a couple of weekends ago, in Arlington, I think it was. Oh, no, it wasn't Barber. Could have been Barber. Yeah. And basically he's like, yeah, I played in the NFL for a couple of seasons. And I was like, for a fueler? Like, damn. But yeah, it's a pretty tough job. It's not an easy job at all. So yeah, you got to be, that's the beauty of IndyCar becoming an area that can be explored in terms of career opportunities for athletes, ex-athletes, everyone who just want to do something different. Okay, Rosenquist still leading. You know what, mate? I would love for Rosenquist to win this. Yeah, Ericsson is in the pits, and that's probably... Yeah, there you go. That's game over for Ericsson. They're trying to recharge it, I think. Oh, they're trying to fix it. Okay. That's fascinating. Okay. If they can, that'd be pretty awesome. Just get more data on the car. Okay. So, IndyCar has never ran 2 races without a caution ever. So, this is what I'm saying. Oh, Marcus Ericsson is out of the car. Sad, man. Sad. Kirkwood had that as well. Yeah, okay. Kirkwood had that issue as well. Lap 45, halfway through, we've got another half of this. And it's insane to think that it's been so clean. And IndyCar has never had two races without, clean races essentially. This is pretty cool. Credit to the drivers for this, really. Jan says if Fro wins, it would mean the world to him. Very good weekend for the team, fingers crossed. Yeah. And I think not just the world to him, mate. Like, it would be a huge catalyst for him staying on, right? It's his contract year. He doesn't have a contract for next year. I think Meyershank would love to keep him on. And the more wins you have, the more sponsors you can keep. And, it's just that cyclical thing of just being in the sport because you have all these sponsors and stuff. So SiriusXM would be like, hey, you won with our car, keep us on, and we would love to keep you on, that kind of thing. So pretty awesome. But yeah, I think Felix definitely deserves a win. And yeah, it'd be nice to see someone else win apart from all the big guys, right? And again, commercial, really? These commercial breaks, like, really, mate, really. Can you not, like... do anything, man. Just... and this is not even... I don't know, like, the types of commercial breaks they do are so weird as well. Like, some of them have... like, the entire screen's just... like, the entire thing is just commercial, so you can't see the track action. Sometimes you have the track action on the top left and the rest. So, I don't know. Jan, MSR loves him. Most do. He just needs some podiums to stay hot. Yeah, exactly. And I think, today... I think he will get a podium for sure if his car doesn't break down or if he doesn't make a silly error. And then a win's on the cards as well for him, right? So definitely there. And yeah, just pretty... I'm very surprised how clean the races have been. Like, for Marcus's car to, like, have issues where he can just come into the pit and then retire is pretty chill. Like, again, it didn't cause any issues on track. Yeah. Very clean. Surprising, but good. How are you guys feeling? Are you guys, if any of you are in Europe, are you falling asleep? Given there's not a lot of action happening, everything is pretty static. Or, yeah, where are you at right now? Where are you at? How are you all feeling? You guys in the States, Florida and stuff, what are you guys thinking? Oh, wow. Yeah, so... yawn. Don't jinx it now. Grosjean's still out. Oh, mate, come on, mate. Grosjean's a chill guy. He's I used to think of Grosjean as a bit of a menace, but I don't anymore. I think he's a veteran now, mate. Chances are, I think this year is going to be his final year, most likely. He's 40 years old, and he's doing a great job. I think he did a phenomenal job in St. Pete. Love how, I just love that he's back. He's still pretty fast. So, I like Grosjean, man. I met him a couple of times. Very nice bloke as well. Matteo, thinking now that Kirkwood is P3, if we finish that way, we are standing now. Who would be in the points lead? Ooh, good question. Yeah, let's have a look then, mate. I don't know if this is going to show as it stands. So Kirkwood is at 156. Palou 154. So Palou would take the lead again. It would have to be. Right? Because the points you get for finishing second are more than first. And I don't know how many points you get. But yeah, regardless of that, Alex Palou would be the championship leader again. It's just a 2-point deficit. Malukas would jump a little bit as well. Where's Christian Lundgaard? That's a good question. P10. Okay. Fascinating. Fascinating. Let's see. Lap 49, and we still keep going. Ian says, Grosjean is quick, but he lacks quick judgments. He seems to make the wrong decision more often than now when it's a split second time. More often than not. That's kind of what his time in Formula 1 was, right? But I think he's at a point where he's a really, really fast driver, as you said. He's got so much speed as Grosjean. Even now, like in the twilight of his career, still so he's got so much pace. But I think it's the mental fortitude of what differentiates good drivers from phenomenal drivers. Like, he's a great driver, don't get me wrong. But then there's that level of phenomenal, like the Lewis Hamiltons, the Max Verstappens, who have that, the Carlos Sainzes, in Formula 1 terms, who have that extra, they have that extra juice in their brains cognitively during a race, where they're so they're able to dictate strategy. Like Ferrari, Leclerc, like you saw what Sainz used to do at Ferrari. Sainz would dictate Ferrari's strategy whilst racing, during a race, based on his instincts and stuff. So that extra, Scott Dixon does that as well in the Chip Ganassi. Alex Palou has that as well. And just being very clinical with the driving. So I agree with you, mate. But yeah, it's just nice to see Grosjean, this might be the last season we ever see Grosjean in a single-seater, So enjoy it while you can, mate. And he hasn't binned it this year so far. Well, he had a crash yesterday, but not like... It was just an incident. It wasn't like a rookie era kind of a vibe, And he is the man who walked out of fire. He is that man. So, but Phoenix Rosenquist still going at it. 2-second gap, 43 laps led. Most in a single race of his career. Hey, if Felix wins this, chances are they'll make a model of this car. I would love to add it to my collection over here. That'd be pretty nice. Come on, mate. Good stuff. Very good from Rosenquist. But yeah, very clean. Very clean. So, yeah, I don't have much to say. He takes chances in openings that are not there. Sainz is phenomenal. Palou as well. Many good drivers have that skill that Romain lacks. Yeah, and you can call Romain sort of old school, like how Senna says, right? Like, if there's a gap, you need to go for it. But yes, to your point, Ian, you want to be calculative in terms of how you're going to take that chance. Is it really worth the risk or not, right? Those kind of things. And then I remember, I think it was in Azerbaijan 2018 where I think it was behind a safety car, Grosjean crashed, and there was such a simple, it was so blatant it was a simple error. But he pretty much, he said, oh, Ericsson hit me, and Ericsson was like miles away from him. So I don't know. Those kind of things happen. But yeah, as he has become more mature, I think he's become into a pretty good driver. He had some really great drives with Andretti. He was super, super fast. I'm not, I think we can't deny that. But yeah, to your point, it's those, can you keep making better judgments more often than not? Yeah. That I think is absolutely vital. But yeah, we are into lap 53 now, and things are just happening. Yeah. No, just only one retirement so far today. Mechanical issue for Carlos Sainz. I was going to say Marcus Ericsson. His hybrid energy system has had issues. Other than that, pretty straightforward. Felix Rosenquist started first, leading. Alex Palou jumped on Pato Ward in the first few laps. That was a pretty nice move. The only other overtake I've seen is Joseph Newgarden on Marcus Armstrong, which was a great move, but then Marcus Armstrong has taken that back. And everyone else is kind of the same. Rahal started 10, currently 10. Kiffin Simpson started 9, currently 9. McLaughlin started 8, currently 8. Power 7-7. Dixon 6-6. Pato Ward has been, is the one who's lost the most. Maluka started 5th, now 4th. Kirkwood started 4th, currently 3. Polo started 3, currently 2. And Rosenquist is just doing his thing. It's been a... Yeah, whereas Nolan Siegel has moved a bit, to be fair. 8 places? Nice. VK was on a crazy strategy, but now seems to have fallen backwards. Rasmussen started 16, has fallen back as well. But again, these are 2 stoppers, right? So chances are they might move up a little bit. Yeah, I don't really know what to say right now, guys. It's been pretty... We're 2 hours into the stream. And it's been very quiet. It's been a very quiet race. But that's Long Beach. We kind of knew that coming into it. But you just never know. Like, here's the thing. One bad decision, 1 inch here and there, and you're into the wall, and all of a sudden, everything opens up. So, and there's another round. I would say even probably one more set of stops for most of the guys, because they're probably going to do a 2-stopper. All of them are going to jump on the hard tires because everyone's on the red softs right now. Yeah. Usually in live streaming, like, there are incidences and then there's so much jeopardy where me as a host, as a live streamer, we discuss strategies, what could happen. But here it's just pretty straightforward right now. Oh, we have a little bit of action. Here we go. Newgarden is behind Louis Foster. That's a lapped car though, surely. Wait, has Louis Foster overtaken Joseph Newgarden? What? Yeah. Louis Foster's overtaken Joseph Newgarden. But on screen it's showing Newgarden as 13th and Foster's 14th. But on track it's the other way around. Louis Foster, I would love to see. Okay, even direction's been not great today. I'm not going to lie. There you go. It's changed now. Yeah, TV direction, like, if there's a move happening, why are you showing me Felix Rosenquist on board? Like, come on, man. It's okay. So let's try to... Oh, Louis Foster's overtake. Here we go. That was a great move. Pretty standard. Desnuda, Tequila. Sponsors. But that's good to see. Some track action right now. Good on him, man. Good on him. Oh, a bit of a tap as well. Pretty much saying, hey, Joseph. There I am, mate. I'm still around. Okay, it's a 3-second gap between Rosenquist and Pelot now. Ooh. And 2.2 seconds between Kirkwood and Pelot. Here's the thing. In the last stint, can some of these guys really get it all fired up, That's going to be an interesting thing to notice. Who else could win? Can anyone else win apart from Felix? What would Felix have to do to lose this one? Bin it? Maybe a pit stop error? Pelot just finds this wild pace out of nowhere that allows him to, catch up to Rosenquist. Because look at this. This is what I was saying earlier. Look at the overtake available. Pretty much full for these guys. Up the top 10 have so much left still. So, oh, hello, sunshine. Oh, There is something on track. There's a piece on track. Could we see a VSC? Oh, caution. Here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. This is it. We got a caution, guys. Wake up, wake up. If you've fallen asleep, wake up, wake up, wake up. We got caution. I think we'll get a... I don't know if we'll get a pace car out. There was a contact. There has to be. This is outside the contact, sorry. Oh, someone clipped the wall, I think. It was off Rossi's car. Something just came off. Okay. So this would be... Is it a pace car? It has to be a pace car. Yay. Here we go. Oh, is it Grosjean? No. I think it's Alex Rossi. Okay, so full course yellow. Okay, so this was off Alex Rossi's car, not Grosjean. So which means all of a sudden now we're into the picture. Okay, so Rosenquist will be... Okay, here we go. So surely when the race is about to begin... Oh my god, look at the steering wheel of Joseph Newgarden. So Newgarden, this is great for Newgarden, and then we're going to have... So once the pace car comes in, I think a lot of these guys will dip into the pits because it's already lap 60. So yeah, so it's going to be it's going to be a pit shootout. Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be pretty exciting. It's a pit crew battle now. As Matteo says, here we go. Oh, look at that pit lane. It is stacked. Oh, you know what? This is... James Hinchcliffe is saying it's one of the tightest pit lanes on the calendar. So, I'm going to call it. We're going to have... Do you think we're going to have a pit lane incident now? What do you reckon? Two guys run into each other or something, or a tie just goes loose. Contact in the pit lane, maybe, perhaps. Hinchcliffe is saying that David Malukas' team is so fast in the pit lane that that's the one to keep an eye out on. So Rosenquist, Palou, Kirkwood, Malukas, Pardo. Pardo, this is the time Pardo can salvage his positions back if it's done properly. Okay, here we go. Yeah, okay, here we go. Everyone comes into the pits. My telecast is a little bit slow. Okay, everyone's in. Whoa. Everyone's in the pits. Oh my god. Oh my god, this makes me so nervous for like the outside timing, like the front left and the front rear. Oh, it's a good pit stop for Felix. Oh! Oh my god, Palou's done it! Palou's got it! Palou's got it! Oh my god, Scott Dixon's P3! Palou, Rosenquist, Scott Dixon, Kyle Kirkwood, Pardo Ward, Willpower. Oh my god. Why would you show commercial now? Mate, why show commercial now? Oh my god, this TV direction is out of control. This is where I prefer Formula 1. Let's be very real. Okay, so Alex Palou is P1. Felix Rosenqvist P2, Scott Dixon P3. What you're seeing on screen right now is not correct. It'll be updated. Wow. Oh my days. Polo out in front. The Surgeon is out in front, but you also have, it's going to be a dogfight to the end. That's it. And I think the race start is so crucial for Felix right now. It is so crucial. Like, he has to figure out a way to get past Polo in the first 5 laps post restart. He has to. There's no other way. Because Polo's just going to run away with it otherwise. Wow. Scott Dixon, though. Where's he come from? From P6 to P3. Wow. Kirkwood's gone back to P4. Oh, my word. Scott McLaughlin's gained a position. Will Power's gained a position. David Malukas has gone from P5 to P8. Who else we got? Graham Rahold's gone from P10 to P9. Rossi's gone from P18 to P10. Awesome job from him. Louis Foster, 17 to 11. Kiffin Simpson's dropped a couple of positions. Dennis Hauger, look at that. Is this the accurate standing? Is this the accurate? Wait, is this correct? Is Dennis Hauger P13 right now? Because Matteo, you say Colette's up to P12. Is he? I see Colette as P24. Or am I just tripping? Or is this not updated yet? Let's update that again. No, it says Colette's P24. Okay. Jan says, yeah, you know who's going to be involved in the crash. Oh, mate. You really don't like Grosjean. That is savage. Oh, wow. Okay, here we go. Restart. Here we go. This is it. Green, green, green. Oh, Polo's had such a good start. Here we go. This is it. Yeah, Polo's... Oh, Will Power on Scott McLaughlin. What a move. Well done, mate. Well done. Well done. So McLaughlin and Malukas, teammates. Just over there. Okay, so good restart. Good for Power. Very good for Will Power. Will Power's P6. Started P7. Polo's already got a 1 second gap. And the first lap isn't even... Restart lap hasn't even completed. Crazy. Crazy. Oh my god. Scott Dixon is all over Felix Rosenqvist now. Whew. Dixon's on the softs, right? So Felix Rosenqvist just needs to figure out a way to keep him at bay. But Alex Polo, man. Oh my god. Wow. Crew time. 9/10 of a second slower. And that was the difference. 9/10. Oh my god. And Scott Dixon has to get through Rosenqvist now because his soft tires will just start degrading. And this is it. All of those on the hard tires are going to be are going to have an advantage towards the end. But Yeah, no, this is crazy. Alex Pelos just checked out. Oh my word. How's he 1.5 second gap? What? Rosenquist couldn't do that. Like he did, but not so quickly. Jan says Pelo's a freaking genius. Yeah, man. Barry Wanzer, the crew's amazing. They know exactly what to do. Seriously, like stunning job from them. Incredible, I have to say. Just look at that. How consistent is Alex Pelot? Wow. But yeah, I think Matteo, you were saying, whoa. Wow, willpower nearly drove over someone's legs. That's insane. Oh my days. Dangerous job, gotta say. Very dangerous, but yeah, Pelo's checked out. Pelo's checked out with this win. Probably going to be the new championship leader. Marcus Armstrong is right on the tail of Christian Lundgaard is P18. Are you kidding me, mate? Marcus Armstrong is P20. Oh. Lundgaard, Schumacher, and Christian Rasmussen. That's a bit. Yeah, this yellow flag is really confused. Oh well, messed up a lot of the order. Look at some of the guys. Like Lundgaard, Newgard, and Armstrong all affected. Kai Collette as well. Weird. So many people have like lost out on it, and then you have Scott Dixon, who's obviously gained a lot. But yeah, you could. Nolan Siegel's made up a lot of positions, which is nice for him. You know, P25 and now it's P14. It's alright. Oh, Willpower's like right hand side drove over someone's one of the rear left Jackman of AJ Foyt, Santino Ferrucci's cars legs. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. Yeah. I hope he's not broken anything. Hey, Nolan Siegel, man. P11 positions gained. Nice. P14 as it stands for Nolan Siegel. A huge proportion of this has to do with a huge it's the yellow flag. Jake, power hitter crew member. Yes, so Power while exiting was so close to Pato Ward that he had to like drift a little bit, and during that drift the team ahead of him was AJ Foyt. Whoa, move. Romain Grosjean's made a move. Good move. Sorry, Jake. Yeah, Willpower, then as he was drifting, his rear left hit the feet of the rear left Jackman of Santino Ferrucci's car. Like skimmed it, you know what I mean? And if it did skim, that's an automatic penalty usually. But he was being attended by medics, so I hope he didn't pretty much drive over. I hope not. I think he just clipped his feet. Yeah. Wild. And has Kyle Collette got a penalty or something? Okay, so Colette was P12 but had a speeding penalty on. But did he? Did he have a Hey, Indycar, get it to. Oh wow, some people are not happy. Hybrid system, £100 battery pack, adds extra weight to the car. Da, da, da. They should have waited until the new car coming. No, we don't have any of that. Okay, that's fine. Let's go back. Keep it there. We got commercial breaks again. Way. Let's go. Anyway. Okay, so it was a penalty. Surely, like, the penalties pop up for Colette. Does it say? No, it doesn't. I don't see that. Where do you see that, Mateo? Speeding penalty. I haven't heard that on commentary or anything. So was it like a stop go penalty or drive through? Okay. Okay. Oh, can you just stop, please, with these commercials? Anyway. Yeah, that was so crucial and unfortunate for Felix Rosenquist, right? Polo's going to do it again. Yeah. Pretty... Hey, man, he's a surgeon for a reason. And so is Scott Dixon, to be fair. Dixon P3. I'll take that. Good to see him back. Polo. Damn, Polo, man. Come on. Wow. How do you do it? But look at this, right? Polo's been with Chip Ganassi for a while now. Everything is dialed in. Every single thing is dialed in with that car. With that team, with, you know, all the fuelers, the pit crew, the strategist, the team management. They're like, they've become such a wonderful family now. Like, you know how sometimes with your mum knows before even you know about yourself? It's one of those things. Like, Barry Wanzer right now will know exactly what Polo's doing. Any feedback that Polo provides to, you know, the pit lane, Barry Wanzer will be like, as soon as Polo says it, Barry Wanzer knows exactly what needs to be done to satisfy or help Polo. So it's like it's telepathic almost at this point. Crazy how good it is. And that support system has made it such a well-oiled machine for Chip Ganassi and Alex Palou. Awesome. Okay, 20 laps to go. And it's a 3.6 second gap between Alex Palou and Felix Rosenquist. Wow. Louis Foster's P10 as well. 7 positions gained for him. You know what? In that Desnuda tequila livery, I like this livery. I think it's a pretty cool livery. Black and white. Good job. Good job from him. Dennis Hauger started P19, currently P12. Leading rookie, as we mentioned earlier. He's doing such a good job with the season. And he's obviously the last year's Indy NXT champion. So, Indy Next is a very competitive grid as well. And he just blew everyone out of the park. He was so good. And Kyle Collette was second, right? So it's good to see those two come up into IndyCar. And obviously, Dennis Hauger is an Andretti guy. So chances are that he will be, you know, he'll probably be up for grabs for that number 28. Maybe if Marcus Ericsson doesn't have a good year this year, then yeah, Dennis Hauger will be the one to replace him. And that a good performance like this is definitely going to push and put pressure on Ericsson, you know. Matteo says, I think seeing how quick Palou has gained shows that he was biding his time earlier when he was in P2. Yeah, exactly. And, you know, like, even though I think, oh, New Garden's going to come through. It's a good move on. Mick Schumacher. Matteo, to your point, like, when he came into the pits, he was definitely biding time. I think it was very calculated, right? That something would happen and they would just pounce on the opportunity. Because once they came into the pit lane, it was just, that was the pit crew's magic, right? More so than Alex Palou. That was all. That race was won today. If Palou wins, he's won this on that pass on Pardo Ward at the beginning. That's a huge component to it. And secondly, that pit stop. That pit stop was almost a second quicker than Felix Rosenqvist, which was the difference at the end, right? So stunning job from them, like seriously stunning job. So let's see what happens now. All right. Graham Rahal. Where's Graham Rahal? P8. Nice. Yeah, nice. Good for Graham. So this is going to be a... Okay. Good for... Graham Rails had a phenomenal couple of races. Oh, Kiffin Simpson. Kiffin Simpson is coming on to Louis Foster now. He's right on his tail. All right. And then who's behind him? Dennis Hauger. Okay. Good from them. Good from Louis Foster. Pretty happy for him. He struggled the entire weekend, and it's good to see that. You know, it's good to see that improvement. Nolan Siegel as well. Alex Rossi in the top 10, which is nice. You know, started P18. So big movers. Scott McLaughlin's going to finish in and around P6, which is good. But he has David Malukas. Lil Dave. Still no wins for him. But he's doing a fantastic job. Palou leads by 5 seconds now. Can you imagine that? 5-second lead. How? How, mate? How has he pulled off 5? Oh my god. 5-second lead is nuts. Fair play. So we've had 4 race leaders. We've had 4 lead changes. And 48 track passes. But yeah, Long Beach is a little bit slow, shall we say. Okay. I'm just going to quickly check what's the next race. The next one is going to be the Indianapolis Road Course on May 9th. And then the Indy 500, the big race. The Indy 500, oh, I'm so pumped up for it. Yeah, so much happening right now. There's so much to go. It's a good season. Super pumped for it. And yeah, May 9th. We've got a bit of a gap after this, which is nice. Sorry, it's commercial now. And nothing's changed. We still have the same. So maybe let's just do a quick, yeah, this is the one. This was the one I was telling you guys about. Look at this. Watch this. They all come in. That's Palou right there. Right? Comes in. Pretty decent stop for Felix. And then as soon as... Look at that. They come out. Kirkwood comes out. And then look at Palou. Look at Palou now. There. They come, they go. And there's Felix right now. And look at that. Just that 0.9 second deficit. That was it. Look at that. 0.9. There's the difference. That was where the race was won. It has to be. Crazy. Crazy. Matteo, what's the story with Stingray Rob? Besides his badass name, don't know much about that driver. I always tend to see him towards the back of the field. Yeah, so Stingray Rob raced in Indy NXT and stuff. He did the junior categories. From what I believe, he is a paid driver. He did race for AJ Foyt Racing. And again, like nothing crazy in terms of his I don't know, nothing crazy in terms of his racing. Like there were no crazy moves. You've always seen him, have incidences, and that's when his name's been mentioned. And then you obviously have a little bit of the just being at the back of the field. Hasn't had a strong car. I mean, that's also a thing. Yeah. So, not ideal, to be fair. Okay, Kiffin Simpson's gone up. Louis Foster's dropped a few positions. So, Kiffin Simpson, Dennis Hauger, VK have all overtaken Louis Foster, which is wild. Huh. Interesting. What has happened here? They're showing the Indy 500 ad, but that's fine. Okay, yeah, we got a big pack right over there towards the back end, like Simpson, Hauger, VK, Foster, those guys. And Matteo, to your point, Stingray Rob. Wait, why is Willpower at the back? Oh, I think you got a penalty for hitting the guy. So Stingray Rob, this is his bio. Get to know Stingray Rob real quick. Enters his 4th season, right? And will continue with Hunkos Hollinger, making a 2nd consecutive year. Captured the USF Pro 2000 Championship before he went to Indy NXT, where he finished 2nd in 2022. Yeah. So from there, he's pretty much done. Yeah, again, like, he's done some good stuff, but in IndyCar, he hasn't quite found his feet, so to say. But yeah, like, Indy NXT, finished 2nd is a good accomplishment. But yeah, we haven't seen that raw pace from like what Dennis Hauger is doing or Kyle Collette is doing. Like those, even if it's a couple of wow moments during the season, we haven't seen any of those from Stingray Rob. And Alex Palou, 5.4 second lead. 5.5 now, actually. Flying. Just flying. Great. So Siegel. Foss is dropping now. Wow. Insane. Good though. Very good. Palou's flying. Just flying through. But Kiffin Simpson, good job. Moves him into the top 10 now. He really needs a good result because look at his teammates. Alex Palou and Scott Dixon. The 2 Chip Ganassi Racing cars are going to be 1 and 3. And Simpson P10, that's fine, but it'll be a good race for him. He's been quick all weekend. It's nice. Alex Rossi, where did Rossi go? Rossi's P9 still, okay. Newgarden started 14, P14 again. That yellow really screwed him over, isn't it? So sad to see him in that position, unfortunately. But Alex Palou, come on, mate. Come on. Wow. Phenomenal. Maddening. So good from Alex Palou, man. He's been Absolutely phenomenal. We've got 9 laps to go now. And he's just at it. "103 starts for Alex Palou, 21 wins. A fifth of his races he's won. Wow. Oh, what a genius, man. What a genius. Seriously. Like, fair play to Alex Palou. Scott McLaughlin, P6, Pato Ward, P5. Pato Ward, I think, yeah, he's had a bit of a, just a tough day a little bit, you know. P5 is not something he'd be happy with. Malukas as well, started P5, currently P7, going the other way. McLaughlin started P8, currently P6, good for him, good job. Imagine if Alex Palou went to McLaren. Oh, can you imagine Alex Palou at McLaren? So Marcus Armstrong, that whole batch at the back there's a lot of things happening over there. Armstrong, Ferrucci, Colette, like that batch over there. Oh no, Lundgaard, Armstrong and stuff. Armstrong is overtaking Lundgaard, obviously, but those guys are doing a pretty good job at the back, racing around. But yeah, Marcus Armstrong's, hard done by it. So is Christian Lundgaard. Those two should not be there. Decent day for Mick Schumacher, currently P17, just behind his teammate. Again, just learning as much as he can, Mick Schumacher, with these Indy cars. And but crazy stuff. Willpower all the way to the back, sadly, after that penalty that he got. Sad. But Alex Palou, man. Oof. Yeah, Palou was the last car on pit lane as well. Couldn't have been any better. Sometimes I just wonder how much luck plays a part. And obviously, Alex's luck is on fire right now. That is good, You should never wish ill of other people and their luck and stuff. I just wish him even more luck if possible. Seriously, what an impressive drive. Since 2021, finish on podium 52.2 of the races. Since 2021. That's 5 years. In 5 years, Alex Palou has been on the podium 52.2% of the races. More than half of the races he's been on podium. Wow. Gee, sometimes you just have to sit back and just be in awe of, you just have to be in awe of these guys who do such things. When Lewis was in Mercedes and just winning. Like, call it what you want. You have the fastest car, whatever, but you have to get the job done, And he has, and he's done it. So you got to commend Max from 2022 onwards. 21 onwards. You've got to give these guys credit. If once they go on a roll, it's so hard to do. And in Indycar, arguably even slightly harder. Because it's a spec series, right? Alex Palou, I'm just speechless. Oof. Okay, as we get closer to the end of the race, let's do a poll. Let's do this. Let's do this, and then... So the question I'm asking... What would you rate this race out of 10? Boring, or a banger? Go ahead. Drop in your thoughts, guys. What do you reckon? 5, 4. 4 to go. 4 to go. Alright. 4 laps to go, and that's it. Okay, what are people saying? What are people saying right now? Okay, haha. 4 votes. What are people saying? Okay. A couple of folks have said boring, and a couple have said... One have said banger, and the other has said Okay. Interesting. I'll leave that up until the end of the race now. Anyone else watching? Have a look. Oh, we've got a fight for a podium. Kirkwood and Scott Dixon. Okay. Kirkwood and Scott Dixon. Nice. Hopefully we get a little bit of action now. Kirkwood is the fastest driver on track right now. And this is the thing. Scott Dixon's soft tires are gonna... That's it. They are probably cooked right now. And Kirkwood on his hard tires, he's just going to go straight in. Mateo says, I will say I love the Long Beach circuit. I think today was boring due to how clean the race has been. Yeah, you know what? Fair play. I think if I were to flick the question and say, how impressed have you been with the drivers? It would be a 10 on 10. Like, they've been so good. To have your focus without any incidents for so long. And even like the full course yellow that came out was purely because of a piece that came out of a car that wasn't even proper contact. So fair play to the drivers. I think they've done a phenomenal job. And that's why race is a little bit boring. And yes, it's such an old historical circuit. It's so hard to actually... oh my God, Kirkwood. Wait, whoa, hold up. Kirkwood has 80 seconds of overtake left and Dixon's got 18. Kirkwood can get a podium here. And that'll make sure that he is closes the gap between himself and Alex Palou. So this position for P3s is super, super critical right now. But yes, and if you guys are still watching, please feel free to vote about the poll. But this is going to be very... So still got 2 to go. Alex Palou is just... Not Palou, sorry. Kirkwood is just going to go overtake. That's it. But then fuel. Who's got more fuel? They would have the same amount of fuel, I'd imagine. 82 seconds. 2 laps to go. So my screen is a lap... My telecast is a lap down, I think. Why is Alex Palou... why isn't Kirkwood using the push to pass? Has to do something with fuel then, hasn't it? I don't think he has enough fuel. Can they do it? Can he do it? This is it. This is the thing. They need to figure out a way. Kirkwood needs to figure out a way to just get close. Just get close. Just pressure... full push. Here we go. You've got the gas now. Okay, 2 to go. Here we go. So this is where you got to think ahead, as Carl Kirkwood. He's got to think about in the following up lap, in the next lap, where am I best positioned to overtake Scott Dixon? That is going to be super, super critical. He needs to pre-plan that. So that Carl Kirkwood can keep that. Oh my God, sorry. Okay, Pillow's gone. Okay, one to go. Here we go. Yeah, he needs that reference point of where he's going to pass Scott Dixon, if he is going to. Oh, he's on his tail. Scott Dixon's doing a great job. And look at the push to pass. 69 seconds. He needs to figure out a way. He needs to do it within the next couple of corners. Oh my God, I'm getting so nervous. I don't know why. Can he do it? The hairpin would be a good place, potentially. That's going to be the last place where he does it, but there you go. Alex Bullock comes through. Wow. What a beautiful race from Alex Palou. There he is. Comes through and he wins the Grand Prix of Long Beach. Felix Rosenqvist, P2. Okay, can you show the direction? Is Scott Dixon P3? He has to be. Whoa! Some crazy stuff happening at the back. Oh my God. Oh, people are just touching each other, slamming each other. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Alex Palou, Felix Rosenqvist, and Scott Dixon makes up your podium. I think some of us discussed earlier, didn't we, that at the beginning, that wow. That's crazy. Can Scott Dixon do something special? And he did. That's a great race for Scott Dixon. Wow. Alex Palou has done it again. So here's your unofficial race results for now. Let me just refresh that. Oh, what the heck? What happened here? Live leaderboard. Look at that. Crazy, crazy stuff. Alex Palou wins it from Felix Rosenqvist and Scott Dixon, your podium. Kirkwood, P4. Pardo, P5. Scott McLaughlin, P6. Malukas dropped a couple of positions. Good result for Graham Rahal and Alex Rossi, and even Kiffin Simpson. Hauger, awesome stuff. Best rookie in the field. Nolan Siegel, cracking job. He finished... started P25, finished P12. He'd take it any day, mate. Renus VK, not ideal. Joseph Newgarden, nothing. Net, same. Rasmussen had a gain of 1 position. Foster did a good job, but then kept falling back. Schumacher, good, He's getting more and more experience in. Good job. Ferrucci, 4 positions. It's all right. Willpower had a bit of an issue in pit lane. Got penalized and hence had to drop all the way back. Christian Lundgaard, this full course yellow really did him dirty. Grosjean, nothing crazy today. Colette, also, according to Matteo, had a speeding penalty. Stingray Rob, as Matteo said, we don't know too much about Stingray Rob. Wait, why is Marcus Armstrong P24? What? Penalty? Something happened to Marcus? I don't know. But then Marcus Ericsson had a mechanical issue, an electrical issue in the hybrid system. So that was the Grand Prix of Long Beach. Very simple race, clean. There was one full course yellow, and the only reason it was there was because of a piece that fell off of Alex Rossi's car onto the racing line, which had to be picked up, and that unfortunately cost Felix Rosenqvist a win, sadly. So, yeah, not ideal for Felix, but again, great result for him. And the race was won by Alex Palou in pit lane, has to be said. I just showed this video earlier. Where was it? There. If I just showed this, there you go. Look at this. That right there. That's Felix Rosenqvist. That's Alex Palou. Felix Rosenqvist's pit stop was 9/10 slower than Alex Palou. And this right here, watch this now. Okay. Watch this. There. That right there, that gap, that's the 9/10. That was the race winning pit stop for Alex Palou. 0.9 second. That was the difference. 7.8 and 8.9. That was it. That was it. And there you go. And then you see once you exit the pit lane, boom, off you go. So that was it, guys. A good race. What does this mean? You know, what does this mean for the championship? Well, we will have a new leader. We'll have Alex Palou overtake Carl Kirkwood and lead the championship. Palou will drop. Lundgaard will, I think, drop as well. Oh no, they'll probably be the same. It's only the lead that's going to change now. But awesome stuff. Appreciate you all joining. Thank you so much. I can't believe I've waffled on for so long in a race which didn't have too much. So, you know, I appreciate each and every one of you for your engagement, for making sure that, you know, I just want to keep providing you guys with good content. So there you go. What you guys rate the race out of 10? Majority says not that entertaining because the racing was super clean, as Matteo pointed out. So, man, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I'm probably just going to call it a day here. The next race, actually, before we just log off, the next race is going to be the Indy Grand Prix, not the Indy 500, the Indy Grand Prix, the Indianapolis Road Course. That's going to be May the 9th. And I am going to be going live for that as well. So stay tuned. And in the meantime, we're going to have Formula 1 a week before that. I'm not going to cover Formula 1 live. I feel like Indycar, it has its own space for going live. And then I do create Formula 1 content. So, you know, make sure to follow me on my socials as listed on the screen up top. At Satch the F1 guy on Twitter or X, TikTok, and YouTube, and at Sachin the F1 guy on Instagram. So yeah, loads of reels coming out during the week on those accounts. Some videos on YouTube as well, covering both Formula 1 and IndyCar. So yeah, we have a lot happening, and yeah, appreciate you all. Matteo, Jake, Jan, who else was there? Jeez, Matteo, Jake, Jan. There was Jordan yesterday. I think Miel from the Netherlands. Philip as well. Thank you all for coming in and contributing to the chat. Appreciate each and every one of you. And yeah, we are going to... Yeah, I'm just going to dip now. So thank you so much, everyone. Appreciate you all. Oh, there you go. And I will see you all in a few weeks' time for the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Road Course race. Ciao. Have a good one, guys.